Meeting's called to order at 6 p.m. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Yeah, like you gotta do the roll call. You want, or Lydia to do it? What do you want to do? Lydia?
Lydia's going to do it. I'll do it.
Okay,
I'm playing the part of Spencer this evening.
okay.
Commissioner Lewis,
Yes.
Commissioner Butler, Commissioner, sorry, I'm having a moment. Commissioner Keeper,
Pepper.
oh, Pepper. Commissioner Golden. Yeah, well, I forgot her last name.
Oh, yes.
Thanks. Commissioner
Here. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, we have the reports for the police, treasurer, code zoning, solicitor, engineer, engineering manager, and junior commissioner. I've seen the police report. Joanne, you wanna say anything?
I'm good, I appreciate it.
I see the call for order, all's well. I also saw the treasurer report. It looks solid. Is there anything we need to discuss there?
No, unless you have any questions.
Looks solid. Okay, I don't believe the code zoning guys, Chuck's not here, but he did submit a report, and it was about zoning properties issued for permits issued for building. They look all in order. It's an engineer's report. It also looks in order. There's nothing, he talks about the lift station and some grants for the Lawrence Park Westfield Trail project at Bell. And some pending work on going to do a sanitary video inspection of the sewers and manholes. Used to evaluate what needs to be done, basically. Manager's report?
Yeah, so Spencer did provide a comprehensive manager's report, as part of that. He noted that it was another successful 4th of July, with the largest fireworks ever. We did receive a grant from ECRA for that, display this year. Road construction has gone very well for Spencer and was done in less than a week, so we're very pleased with McCormick's work in this regard. And then they had the first farmers market in June, and that, in my understanding, was very successful, and we're looking forward to the one this month as well. If there's any specific questions you all might have relative to anything, I might know the answer, but I don't have a specific solicitor's report.
Okay, thank you. Junior commissioner report.
As much as that 4th of July was really good for the youth, I think. It allowed a lot of people to volunteer to help clean up Main Street. And then the morning after, it allowed them to help clean up the fireworks. I also think that it was nice because it gave kids stuff to do that day. And it was really exciting. A lot of youth went out and had fun. I think the farmer's market is great because it also allows the youth, like there's a lot of like other stuff to do at the farmer's market. I would just shop for like produce, which I think is good. Then overall, just make sure that we keep it up with the cleanups and youth activities and stuff for youth to do over the summer while school's out. That's it.
Very good, thank you. Thank you very much.
Can I say something just about our junior advisor, junior commissioner there? What a wonderful thing is to have her. She's leaving on Sunday to go to Orlando for a 4-day conference, CADCA, on drug prevention and trainings for that. So it's pretty cool that she goes to that and can bring stuff back to the community. So I just wanted to share it. She has been a 4-time recipient of going to these conferences and speaks up loudly and proudly to all of our state and federal representatives in their offices in DC. I agree. Pretty impressive.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome here. I'll see you there.
Good, thank you. Thank you. Okay, do I have a motion to accept the reports as submitted?
I'll motion. I'll second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Bills and payments, motion to ratify bill payments during June 2026. I saw them, they look normal to me. Could we get a motion to accept,
I'll motion to pay the bills.
pay the bills?
I'll second.
Favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approval of prior meeting minutes for June 10th, 26, as stated. I've seen them, they look in order. Did I get a motion?
I actually motion since I wasn't there.
I think so.
Okay, I'll motion.
Yeah, says motion second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Public comment. Residents wishing to speak. Number one is Robert Gittelsberger.
I didn't mark.
You didn't mark it, Bob. Okay, you don't get to talk.
I'm good.
Okay, then there's a combination of Matt Marini and Joyce and Price.
Good question.
I'm asking if the audio and visual recordings are active.
Should be. The audio is.
Should be.
That should be one of it. This,
Can you
Are they?
answer that out loud?
Yes, this one's working and
is that one?
not sure. We can double check that one.
Yeah, we double check her.
Yes, it's recording, audio and visual.
Thank you. Okay, again, Matt Marini, Joyce Price, we addressed you guys at the last meeting and we just wanted to come back and follow up, right? So last meeting, we made you all aware of a flooding incident that happened in October of 2025. It impacted multiple businesses on Main Street, including 9 businesses, including Dabrowski's and Irish Cousins. And I think we got the worst of it, but there were 9 businesses in total that were affected. We've talked about how we've tried to get reimbursement for our flood-related expenses. And we've filed with our insurance company, we filed with your insurance company, we've been rejected. Last month, we brought it up and it was suggested that we file again, which we did, and we got rejected again. Okay, we've also filed, and Joyce has more details, but we also filed with the insurance commission.
Right.
Because we're not happy with the way that Select Insurance is handling this. It was really no investigation on their part. They didn't talk to any of us. We sent them information. They've just rejected us without actually looking into any of the details of the case. So we filed with the insurance commission as well. Okay. When we were here last time, Spencer made the comment and I agreed with him. I said, he goes, we're not going to resolve this today. And I said, I agree, we're not going to resolve this today, but we'd like to make sure everybody is aware of it. And it was pretty clear after the meeting and talking with some of all of you that most of you were not aware of any of this was going on. But to date, really, nothing seems to have been done. So we're trying to find out what are the next steps. We refiled, but nothing was really done. And then on June 22nd, just this past June, the exact same thing happened again. It had been raining for a couple of days prior to that.
She was only raining that night before.
It was raining the night before. It was nothing, the rain was nothing like it was the time before. But we came in and we found water starting to back up in the basement again. So we came down and we actually got Spencer. We came physically here because nobody answered the phone. We came down here, got Spencer, he got the guy named John. And they started popping manhole covers and it was the exact same thing, right in the middle of Main Street. Everything was backed up. There was debris. Miller Plumbing was on the scene. Miller Plumbing looked down there, confirmed, yeah, it's all blocked up right here. They had to call Wesleyville with their jet cutter again to come down to clear everything out. Luckily, this time there wasn't anywhere near the amount of rain in the days preceding, so we only got, maybe an inch or so of water in the basement, which really didn't hit anything important because we've got everything up on shelves and skids and raised up, right?
You have to.
But we still had to clean it and you have to bleach everything. So the exact same thing happened again. I don't know what between October and June, what preventive maintenance was done to the sewers. If there was anything done to the sewers, I don't know your preventive maintenance programs. But it'd be interesting to find out what was done between those two dates, because whatever it is, it doesn't seem to be effective. I realize you guys are getting ready to look at outsourcing things and bringing in cameras and doing all that. It kind of leads to the fact that maybe what's happening is not sufficient for what's going on, okay? So we're trying to be very amicable about this. We're trying to work with you guys to see what we can do. What we'd really like to do is get reimbursed because it's cost us a lot of money. And we'd like you guys to file your claim with your insurance company and see if they reject you. Because you're just not even talking to us. We've sent multiple letters, we've sent documentation.
Hold up a
Pictures,
second, Matt.
videos.
Have we filed with selective
We've advised the
and
insurance
refiled?
carrier that there was a potential claim and they've denied it.
Was it
Wait.
in writing or on the phone?
It's in an email.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Copy of it.
Wait, you guys filed a claim or you advising that we were filing a claim? I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna discuss potential claims at a public meeting. We've submitted it to the carrier, carrier's advised of it, and the carrier has indicated that it's, they've reviewed it and they are denying.
Okay, but your claim, not mine, just, it's, so I'm clear. They've rejected us, rejected you is what you're saying.
We've not submitted a claim. We've advised them of a claim potential,
Got it, okay.
so.
Okay, so really, that's what we'd like. We'd like to be reimbursed, and you guys fight it out with your insurance company. We don't understand why we're having to pay all this money, and it's not anything we did, right? It's not our fault that the sewer wasn't maintained properly, or that the sewer overflowed when it rained because there was blockages. But the businesses on Main Street have all taken quite a hit, especially us, having to put in new furnaces, new hot water tanks, new AC units. I've had to throw out thousands of dollars of inventory because the sewer water backed up to the building because the storm water went in and backed everything back up, right? So that's where we're at. And I also had one other question. Do you have an employee named Sarah Trojak?
That's me.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay. So I have a question for you. My question for you is what right did you have to call the health department and claim that we're putting grease down our drains, causing part of this problem? I'm just curious, because that's 100%.
Okay, we're not gonna interrogate the employees.
Oh, I'm sorry.
If you wanna ask me a
question.
No, if you wanna ask the board a
We
question,
We wanna know why too. Why is she even here anyway? Did she get in trouble when she was a commissioner? Why is she an employee here anyway?
you need to put a
Did you do
cork in
something?
it, or you're gonna get removed.
Sorry,
Well,
let
don't worry, I'm
me,
gonna have your job pretty soon. Go ahead.
let me rephrase the
I'm
question.
running again. Don't, John, you gonna throw a charge on me when I run again? You're gonna make up face off?
Okay, stop.
This is a public comment period.
Right.
This is not a question and
It's a fair
answer
question.
section.
Answer it.
Well, let me rephrase the question. Let me
He's not gonna
rephrase the
answer
question.
the
Let me
questions here.
rephrase the
If
question.
you got a question about it, ask us and we'll ask the people.
Fair enough. My question is, why would an employee at Lawrence Park Township call the health department and ask them to investigate our two businesses only out of the 9, because we're the ones up here making public statements about dumping grease down our drains that's causing part of the problem? We don't do that. And the health department came and inspected us. I spoke to the inspector. I spoke to her superior. I spoke to the guy who spoke to your employee on the phone. That's how I got the name. And they told me exactly what was said. We don't do that. We've never done that. Okay, we have a very specific protocol for getting rid of oil and grease. We don't dump anything down a drain. So I just want to know where that came from, because honestly, public statements like that, that's
Well-
slanderous, man. That's a serious situation.
I talked to Joyce. I was out of town. I got back first I heard about it. But if you want an answer, I'll find you an answer.
I'm answering the question. Absolutely.
Fair enough.
Because it is landlords.
Right? And it's just, again, my personal opinion, it seems a little bit retaliatory, because why is someone doing that to the two of us that are speaking out?
Can't answer that.
Right?
Don't know.
Right.
Those are my questions. And Joyce has some other information I know she wants to pass on, but I guess that's all I had to say. So
Thank you.
thank you very much, Joyce.
Okay, thanks. This is a pre-litigation notice. So that the information is preserved. And there's notice.
Thank you.
Oh, it's what?
Don't trip.
Oh, I wasn't going any further, thank you. And I didn't know if you knew that I filed for a right to know.
What was that about?
That was June 16th. They have till Spencer asked for a 30-day extension, so July 22nd is when we'll get our information. Yeah, so once we get that information, and then we'll have to figure out where we're gonna go from there, because if did I give you the stuff that says the Act 167, what it is?
You spoke to me about it on the phone.
Okay, well, wait, I'll grab those two.
That's it?
I'm done, but she's gonna.
Oh, you want to go?
She's trying to get you some more paperwork,
All right,
so give her a sec.
all right, no problem.
Oh, sorry, I only have one copy of it. But it discusses what the municipalities and the townships are required
Okay.
to do with the storm drains and the sewers. And, I know one question that was brought to us is, where's the money gonna come from? And I looked in, April's minutes, and I see there was a motion made to transfer $135,275.95 from the sewer fund to the general fund as reimbursement for sewer-related expenses incurred from January through March. Why can't that happen from October to December?
I don't know. Lydia, do you have any comment on that?
The sewer revenue funds are designated for sewer expenses, and those are expenses incurred by the township. But that's not part of what the sewer revenue funds are used for purpose of paying out any claims. So those are for expenses incurred, and that's what the fund is. If people pay in for sewer, those monies go in there. To the extent they come out of the general fund, it goes to reimburse the general fund for those expenses.
Okay, so we can get reimbursed from the general fund then?
No. You've not submitted a claim
That's so.
with monetary amount. The township is not elected
Yeah,
to.
we have. I'm sorry, wait. a minute.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
so the township is not elected to pay out any claims to you. We will not reimburse for any alleged damages out of the sewer revenue fund, because that is not the purpose of that fund. The purpose of that fund is where the township collects the revenue paid by people for the sanitary sewer system.
That you're not using to clean it.
So go ahead.
Again, we can dispute it, but we're not gonna argue about the merits of any claims here. You can submit to the carrier, you can submit the pre-litigation notices. You've now indicated that you're intending to potentially pre-litigate. I'm not gonna have any further public conversations about what we're using funds for or not for, because you've already indicated that you're potentially moving forward on the claim.
Okay,
So
well, you said that we haven't submitted any claim to you.
me personally, I'm not receiving whatever you submitted to Spencer, I don't know.
Just to the
I
township.
sent certified letters to Spencer that should have went to all the commissioners and everybody.
I'm not a
Because-
commissioner, again,
Well,
I'm
I
not
understand.
receiving that,
I
so to the
understand that,
extent
sir.
that that's been submitted to Spencer, he's probably sent that to the carrier.
He did.
Well,
So,
He did submit it to the carrier.
okay,
so this will also be sent to the carrier indicating that you submitted this pre-litigation notice as well as the notice regarding complaint filing with the insurance.
okay.
So,
Okay, well, then we'll wait until the 22nd, see what happens, and hopefully it'll be resolved before the 31st of July, because this is 9 months that we've had to deal with the crap, trying to show that we didn't do anything wrong. It was the lack of skilled workers, because they're hard to find, to maintain the sewers. And that should not be left on the businesses. Also with Bowers, they had chemicals in their basement that got wet, and when the water was receded out, guess where all those chemicals went? So we're hoping to resolve this amicably, if possible. If not, then we have to go further, because it's not our fault at all. It's just shit happens. Don't have the right workers to do what needs to be done correctly, or even attempted apparently, because 8 months later, the same exact thing happened, and luckily we caught it early. I caught it at 9 o'clock in the morning, right when it was starting to go. So, and everything got taken care of as soon as Wesleyville came down. Wesleyville, even, the man said that he was here in October also, and unblocked the sewer system again. So you can ask him too, but he was here for both instances.
Check into it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please keep us informed. And I don't mean 10 weeks later.
I think I'll work my choice.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kimberly Marini.
Sure.
As my husband said, the health department was sent to our business. We've had the same health department lady for 3 years. She knows our practices. She knows Joyce's practices. When we spoke to her, what she said was, she was told that we were, in fact, dumping grease down our drains. We do not do that. And with that comment, we went above her and spoke to the man in charge of all the health department. Spoke Sarah's name, that she is the one who said they are dumping grease down their drains, causing these issues. That comment is slanderous, and it was a retaliatory act against us because she did not include the yellow pad, which is right behind Joyce. She came after just the two of us. So I am asking for her immediate termination. Because if she did it once, she's going to try and do it other ways. Because she has no idea what our business practices are. And as a person who owned a restaurant, she knew exactly what to do, who to call and what to say. So very unprofessional, and I don't feel like, I don't think you guys should trust her, because what she did was retaliatory and slanderous. She could have shut us down. But luckily, our health department agent knew our practices and inspected us, and we were clean.
Okay.
So I would like to be advised, but I'm asking for her immediate termination.
Not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
So
I'll look into it, we'll investigate it, we'll see what happens,
let me say.
but I'm not gonna
I-
terminate anybody immediately.
Okay, well, then she can get a 2 weeks notice. And I spoke to the health department. He gave her name and said, she said, you are doing this.
She works for township, Sioux Township.
Well, we've heard you.
Okay.
I understand.
Sioux Township for slander. She works for him.
Thank you. Thank you for at least hearing me, and I'll be waiting to hear the
Okay.
response.
Thank you.
Horrible.
Lee,
Hey,
I'm not talking to you. I'm
No.
talking to Mike. I'm not talking to you ever. So don't worry about it.
What?
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I think not.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
he did that. He did.
When you were chief before, you were no good either.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
Yeah, you're an
Always been an asshole. Always gonna be an asshole.
Like you train him, that's how he's no good.
You're gonna be out of here. Do you wanna stay or do you wanna leave?
You're the one calling me an asshole first. You're gonna cost that me and you're gonna tell me to leave. That's how you guys work.
Well, you're
You
showing
cussed
it.
at me first. I didn't use no bad language.
Excuse me, I would like to bring back some decorum to the meeting. If you are not up at the podium for speaking for purposes of public comment, I would ask that the audience members remain quiet.
Thank you. Down to, Rick Garman.
Have Spencer here. He's have the answer for my
Because
question.
you're good.
I'll waive it till next month.
Karen Behringer, I think she just stepped out. I think she spoke. Tex,
Oh, I'm on your sheet too, didn't you see me? I'm before him.
did you sign in?
Oh, I signed it.
You didn't sign
I
in.
signed it.
Where at?
I just wanna know why are we so ghetto
Well, you
down?
didn't check to speak.
Well, anyway,
You didn't check.
oh, then I'm gonna speak.
Briefly.
But I like, tell me how to speak. Anyway,
No, it's
why-
very
I'd love to, 5 minutes to speak. I get 5 minutes to speak, right? 5 minutes. Anyway, why are we so ghetto here? Where's our money going to? You ever go to Harbor Creek lately? Have you seen their parks? Have you seen their streets? Have you seen how beautiful their neighborhoods are? All you care about is your neighborhood down here. Have you been up this way? Where I live, we have no curbage. Our sidewalks go like this. Our streets are ghetto. We have people that are on Section 8 that come and go, don't take care of the lawns. They have curtains in there, bringing our value down. So my thing is, on our parks down here, that's been a basketball court's been there since 1970s. They ain't done nothing. We ain't got no pickleball courts like Harbor Creek has. They're down there, nothing down there. Our pavilions are garbage. They right there's out make money so you can put it back in the community. We do nothing. Absolutely nothing. 8% goes over here, 10, 20 cops. I don't know what the hell we got anymore. That would never happen before in the past. Got, then he's in with the school department and they're all biased. That should be run by their own police department because it's biased. You messed up families, you messed up people that work there. You messed up kids that work there because, or kids that went to school there because you're biased with the school, the police department, or the school over there. You know it. You and Murray are buddy. You know it. I got pictures of it. I got pictures of him chasing me down. Would you tell me? Oh, he's going for a walk. Okay, John. Okay, John.
I submitted it to the DA's office for your mind.
Okay, John. No, you didn't. Anyway,
Okay.
just like the last one too, right? But if I go by there and say boo, I'm arrested. I mean, you know it. You know it. You know it. Come on. So anyway, I'm gonna take your job pretty soon. That's all I got to say. Why don't you fix this place up? We're ghetto.
Good luck.
Ghetto as hell.
Thank you.
Ghetto.
Okay,
Even one of your officers said, I talked to
Would
him.
you like to
Talked to
speak?
him too.
okay,
Yeah,
you're
we're
on.
Vice department places down by your house. Put section 8 down there.
I
got
don't
the money
know,
to do it.
I don't know everybody here, so my name's Tex Brigger. I live on 3808 Emmett Drive. Just have some concerns about some of the cutting that's been happening the past number of months in Elbow Tree. Most recently, a couple of nights ago, I was walking our dog through there. One of the reasons we moved to Emmett when we came back to the park was because of Elbow Tree. We love it there. Kids grew up playing there. And now there's been a pretty big swath on the northeastern corner. And I'm sure there's reasons. I know over the past few years, some of the trees have been starting to fall over into the streets. One tree in particular the tops wound up into the Mosier's driveway. And I get that. And the grounds people have always done a great job keeping the perimeter and the paths taken care of. But now that's just a clear cut. I was really shocked when I came walking down up to the northern end. I mean, it's an entire corner and almost 50% of that whole Emmett side. Not quite, maybe more like 30 or 40. But the point is, I'm one of the minority that I think I'm in the minority that I actually like the fact that we stopped maintaining that because the mature trees are dying off. There's not going to be an elbow tree for the residents of the future. And that's giving some of the young trees a chance to grow up and replace those. Because some of as we all know, that's supposed to be a reserve or a preserve. It depends on which map you're looking at, how it's labeled.
Right.
But the idea is that was always meant to be a preserve. And as those other trees that are hundreds of years old are dying off, there's not going to be much of a park anymore. So I don't know if they took it out because there was poison ivy issue. I know there's been poison ivy issues.
Poison oak too.
Poison oak. But just to clear cut it like that, I mean, they left like maybe 3 or 4 trees and it just looks kind of bad now. I was just surprised. So I think going forward, if we have a larger vision, I mean, elbow tree is important to all of us. And if we have more of a vision, I would be happy to participate if we can get grant funding to put trees back in there, plant trees, something like that.
Joe's taking notes.
Yeah, holler, I know there's another person that lives on Rankin right across the way there that would be happy to do the legwork. So if it's a funding thing, maybe there's some grants we could get. Just no real questions, just a concern, I love it there and to see that get clear cut, to me, it's a bit short-sighted. Like, I think we should be going in there and selecting what really needs to be removed and leaving the other things.
No.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool. Joe took notes.
Okay.
That's it. For that. Discussion and final approval, this under old business, discussion and final approval of a 4-year agreement providing school resource officer services to the Iroquois School District after the Iroquois School Board passed the agreement as drafted. I reviewed the draft and I reviewed the new one. If we need a motion, we can have discussion on it. Does anybody have questions? I think the chief could answer most, if not all.
Yeah, this is a pretty standard SRO agreement that I've seen for other municipalities with different school districts, so it's pretty standard. The only thing that typically changes is, sort of the compensation structure.
It goes, I think we have upped it to make sure somebody was there every school day. Was that?
Yeah, we have the cost and we also.
So we went up the cost.
Yeah, we did the proportionate.
Okay, very good.
Chief, can I ask who's the current?
Officer Lewis is in the high school and Officer Lapping is in the elementary.
Okay, thank you.
I'll second.
You guys don't do that bias.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Discussion and final approval of the 5-year collective bargaining agreement with the Lawrence Park Township Police Department, which extends current contract provisions. Lydia, do you have anything to say on that one?
I do have a couple of just general comments. So there was a question that came up. The one thing I think you guys have all agreed to, just generally the term, but there was a question that came up relative to the current contract and like what the timing is and when it ends. The only thing I think I would suggest adding to this is just to clarify that the structure, the compensation structure in this agreement supersedes what is in the current one for 2027. Just to make sure that there's no confusion as to what the compensation structure is. And then just some minor formatting things, because there's a couple references to exhibits in here, but there's no exhibits attached, at least in the draft that I had.
So are you recommending?
I would recommend approving subject to finalizing those couple of items.
Fair enough.
I think they're non-substantive updates, just clarifying those, so.
That's
It is basically the same contract we currently have. It's just.
good. It's an extension of the current.
Yes. And this will be effective for January 1 of 2027.
Right.
Yeah, Spencer just changed the dates and pay structure.
Right, any further discussion? Motion to approve,
I'll motion.
Second.
all in favor, aye, opposed. Discussion and approval of Quantum Construction Pay Application number 11 in the amount of $13,500, representing final payment and 100% completion of the Sudan Lift Station project.
Yeah, my understanding is that everything is moved forward on this and completed. We do have to finalize, it's not on the agenda tonight, but we will be having to do a debt ordinance for the USDA loan that we're gonna be getting. So we'll, there was an issue with the Erie Times and the advertising schedule. It's a real nightmare anymore. So we're moving forward with getting that on either as a special meeting or if we can wait till August.
So we're good with that.
Yes,
It's done.
the project is done.
This station's done.
Yes.
Did I get a motion to approve that payment?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye, opposed. New business. Discussion and possible action regarding a change order to the township road construction project, adding a new parking area and a repavement of the basketball court in Lake Cliff, with improvements to be paid from the Parks Capital Improvement Fund at a total cost of $36,341.43. As far as I know, that they have the money in that fund.
Yes, this is, to repave and resurface that is, you know, as part of our McCormick contract. So they're already here doing that. It's sort of offsetting the milling they're gonna take as well as adding that. So,
And it is McMilligan, it's
yeah, McCormick.
McCormick, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, McCormick. All right, any further discussion?
I believe there's also some discussion that you might also line that basketball court to add a secondary pickleball, like the tennis court. So then there would be pickleball in Lake Cliff and over at the tennis court.
Yeah, I believe we decided to make some dual purpose.
I'll motion.
That's
Second.
all in favor? Aye, opposed? Discussion and possible action regarding the purchase of building access and technology upgrades, including cameras and lighting supported by the already approved STMP stamp grant. Anything on that, Lydia? That's that.
We don't have anything further to add to that. Currently, again, reviewing locations of installing these camera systems throughout the township. It's really a good safety option.
And we already
Chief, I don't know if you have anything to add to that as well.
Spencer and I went around with the sales guy and we were looking at different areas. And we were given our recommendations, he was giving us his recommendations, and it seemed like it's gonna be a good system for safety. It'll be in and around the parks and, township,
Little grants pay.
the grand face for it.
Nothing.
I think it's no brainer.
Okay.
We need a motion for that, or that one just.
Do you want a motion for that? Do we need a motion?
I think that is discussion,
Possible action.
Yeah.
possible action regarding purchasing the access with cameras. Well, have we received the quote yet?
We haven't.
We haven't?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's whether or not you guys want to proceed with getting the quotes and potentially, we have to do all the bidding requirements for purposes of all that. So if you want to move forward with that project,
We should have a motion.
yeah.
Motion to proceed then.
Okay, motion to proceed.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Consideration of resolution 2026-23, authorize submission of an application to the Commonwealth Multimodal Transportation Fund for Phase 2 of the Water Street Corridor / Bell Street Bridge project, subject to the final engineering cost estimates and the identification of required matching funds. I think that's already been done, has it not?
So this is a new grant that we're submitting an application for through the multimodal. The maximum amount we can request under this is $1 million. There's no guarantee that I don't know how much phase 2 will cost. I think they still need to get the engineering costs and estimates. So we're authorizing submission of an application. I think it's due, Taylor, remind me, shortly,
At the end of the month.
end of the month. So we wouldn't get those estimates. We'll hopefully get the estimates before submission. So we're just authorizing up to $1 million and then authorizing the required match. Match might get waived from other grant funds.
Saturday was phase 1. We were able to get luckily, the matching funds waived, which saved the township and Westlake a lot of money. And I'm hoping that through our representatives of PA that we can
Yeah,
possibly get a
Yeah.
waiver on this too, because it's a significant amount of money.
yeah, this grant requires a 30% match, which if we got the full $1 million is $300,000. But again, there's a hope that there may be some waiver or reduction in the match, or we could utilize other grant funds to be the matching funds.
I guess my question, so it's safe to proceed with that
Yeah.
as far as the money?
Yes. And again, too, you could, all of this is for submission of the application for the grant.
Okay.
No guarantees we're going to receive the grant.
Got
And
it.
even if you receive the grant, if you don't, at the time you receive it, have the matching funds, you can still send a grant back and say, hey, sorry, we can't do this now. So
What
this
was,
isn't obligating you to spend $300,000.
No obligation, no commitment.
Correct.
so
We'll have a firm number as to what.
it's
we're
just,
submitting.
we're authorizing the submission of the application. Do I have that right?
Yes.
Do I get a motion on to do that?
Make a motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion to accept the resignation of Township Public Works lead employee and supervisor, John Garman.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? There is,
One thing, I just want to state that,
go ahead.
as a commissioner, I appreciate Mr. Garman's dedication to the Lawrence Park Township. He was an excellent worker. If I ever had to hire anyone, I would definitely have hired him. And I just wish him well, and I commend him for his dedication, loyalty to the township.
Agreed.
Gary out.
Agreed.
We pushed Gary out.
We don't,
Um,
we had the motion.
We don't discuss
You're
that.
making the motion, this was just Dale's
We
comment.
pushed Gary out.
Okay, so we're done there?
We are done.
So we're gonna have executive session, but no action anticipated. Is that what you're telling me, Linda?
Yes.
So we can close the meeting now?
Yes, we can adjourn the meeting. We're gonna go into executive session to discuss
Hey, go talk about me now.
some legal matters and no action.
I'll be down to see you tomorrow, John.
I'll motion.
I'll second.
The motion closed. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Closed.